What is going on, guys? Ben here, bringing you another Clash Royale video. In today's video, we're going to be going over the balance changes that will be coming on August 24th. Now, there's a lot of them, a lot of good ones that were hit, or a lot of good cards that I think need to be addressed. They are being addressed, so without further ado, let's get right into it. So first up, we have the Royal Giant. His hit speed is decreased to 1.7 seconds. It was 1.5, so he's going to attack slower. That is really good. I still think the Royal Giant, I still think the Royal Giant is still going to be very, very good. But any little nerf to him is good because, I don't know, I've seen him, I just see the Royal Giant played so much. I'm excited for the nerf. If you guys are wondering about my hair, I just got out of the shower, that's why if it looks like really wet, that's what happened. And other than that, the Zap got another nerf. The stun duration decreased to 0.5 seconds. It was a second, but now it's half basically the stun was been halved. Everything else about the Zap is still the same. I'm still gonna be using the Zap a lot. Even if the stun isn't as long, that's fine. I never really used it for the stun. I just use it to weaken troops here and there, maybe get a hit off of, like a hit. Well, I would use it for the stun, but just as long as it stuns them for an instant or resets like an Inferno Tower, that's fine. So I still think the Zap is going to be very strong. I'm probably more used than the Log. The Princess, this is a big nerf to the Princess. The area damage radius is decreased by 25%. So basically, she is going to have a way, well, a fourth, or it's going to be a fourth less the size of her little circle, and that could be a big changes because one of her strongest like utilities is that she can clear a big wave of things and everything like that. So with that being a little bit reduced, it's a big nerf, but that's fine. Honestly, it seems like a lot of the troops got a little bit, or the legendary cards got a little bit of a nerf, at least for the strong ones. So the miner deploy time is increased to 1 second. It was 0.7 seconds, and his hit points is decreased by 6%. So this is actually a pretty big nerf because the miner is used a crazy amount right now, and him getting the hit point nerf is really good because he's gonna take less shots. You can take him down and everything like that. Then next up, a troop that we never see, or at least I never see anymore. It's the Baby Dragon. The Baby Dragon hit speed is increased to 1.6 seconds, and it was from 1.8. So it's gonna attack a little bit faster. Hopefully we see some play for it because honestly, I don't really see it that often, so it'd be cool to see. The Dark Prince's damage is increased by 7.5%. I'm a little unsure about this one because the Dark Prince was always used, but I guess they have the numbers. But I guess I was just seeing a lot and I was using it myself. But I'm okay with that. I use the Dark Prince a lot for the Double Prince battle deck. It was really good. So I think that's gonna be really good. The damage on it isn't the Dark Prince is just good at getting like rid of those crappy troops like the Barbarians and everything like that. So any sort of damage boost is really good for that. I'm excited for it because I don't think it needed a buff, honestly, and I don't think it'll push it to like OP, but still the Dark Prince, still a good card. The Bowler got a lot of changes here, a lot of changes. So its elixir cost is decreased to 5. It used to be 6, it is now 5. Its hit points are decreased by 7%, and its damage is decreased by 10%. So hit points down, damage down, but it only costs 5 elixir, so it's more cost effective. We'll see if that makes him usable. I hope so, because I mean he's still usable, but he just wasn't as good as the other cards. But hopefully with little changes, he'll be more enticing to play and stuff like that. We'll have to see though. This one is probably the biggest change. The Lumberjack got a bunch of changes. Even if someone had the Lumberjack for the legendary card, they probably weren't using it because it wasn't very good. But his speed is increased to very fast. Who is gonna walk faster now? His hit speed is increased to 0.7 seconds from 1.1 seconds. So he actually does a lot of damage on his hits, and he attacks faster, and he's faster to walk. And his damage is decreased by 23% though. But if you think about it, I think if you do the math or something, it actually, even with his damage decrease, his auto, or like basically what I'm trying to say is now that he attacks faster, over time he's gonna deal more damage. Then even if he did get a big damage nerf, but with his attack speed, he's gonna do more damage over time anyways. So that's pretty big, and with him being very fast, that's gonna be pretty awesome too. So big changes to the Lumberjack. The Log, its cast time is decreased by 66%, and travel speed increased by 20%. So the cast time took forever before, now it's gonna be a lot quicker, and the travel speed is increased. So that's some pretty sweet stuff. Hopefully, yeah, I still think it's gonna suck, honestly. The Log just I don't know. It doesn't target air. That's the only problem I have with it. So I'm not going to be using it, but maybe you guys will. So the golem got some changes. The hit and death damage increased by 5%. Hit points increased by 1%. So we got a little bit of a health buff and stuff like that. The Golemite, its hit and death damage increased by 8%, so that's when they explode, and hit points increased by 3.2%. So basically, he's a little bit more tanky, does a little bit more damage when he dies. The P.E.K.K.A.'s damage is increased by 5%, so that's going to be interesting. The P.E.K.K.A. was used quite a bit, and then it got nerfed a little bit, and now they're buffing it again. And since the Royal Giant, or not the Royal Giant, the Dark Prince got another buff as well, that we might see some P.E.K.K.A. double princes once again. But alright, continuing on, the Tombstone, I never see the Tombstone, but the spawn speed increased to 2.5 seconds from 2.9. So that's going to spawn a little bit more skeletons here and there faster, so we'll see if it has more utility or not. I mean, it'll probably be good to stop like heavy hitters, but other than that, I don't know. I don't know if I'll still be using the Tombstone. We'll see though. And the archers, their damage is increased by 2%. That's gonna be I'm okay with that. I never really see the archers. And the prince damage increased by 2%. So even the prince is getting a buff. So I definitely think maybe the P.E.K.K.A. double princes might be seeing a comeback. But that's it for the balance changes. Let me know if you think Clash Royale missed anything on this one, if you're excited about these changes and everything. But either way, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure if you did, and to subscribe for more Clash Royale videos. Not really, have a wonderful day or night, and I'll see you guys later.